But, you know, my quest to be, you know, the biggest star in the world or whatever, like, officially ended.
And do you have maybe some people, Dave Young helped you a little bit with the writing on a certain song on the Key album?
Yeah, I mean, Dave I've been with for many years, and we were just sitting in the jam room and I started playing a riff and he started jamming along, and then he went to a different chord and so I went to that chord. And then we just kind of like bashed out a structure, and then I took it back to the studio and kind of finished it, right? But I mean, Dave and I have done like a lot of the ambient music together too, which will be, you know, a fairly large component to what I hope to do in the future. And I think that, you know, my fascination with doing everything myself also comes back to like, you know, my ego and like my control issues, right? So, you know, the goal in the future, that's again why I like bass, right? I'd love to play bass for a band, you know, and not be, you know,
the frontman or the...
Yeah, because I like to support, you know, especially, you know, with a family. Like, I enjoy that role of support, right? But I've been such a, you know, a focal point and have put myself in the position to be a focal point for so long that it's like, I don't know, I just find it really, really liberating to be like, you know, I mean, there's so many other artists and musicians that are, you know, amazing, better than me, that it would be nice to be able to say, okay, well, allow me to contribute, as opposed to like the, you know, the me show starring me, right?
Have you already met a person that you described that you thought I would like to do that with him?
No, I mean, there's a bunch of people where I live that, you know, they work at factories and they play acoustic guitars on Thursday night, and, you know, I'll go play with them, you know. I don't think it really matters who I play with, you know, as long as they're like people that I like enjoy the company of. But, you know, my quest to be, you know, the biggest star in the world or whatever, like, officially ended years ago, right?
Does it still change? Would you like, if you had the choice now, would you like disconnect from your past a little bit to start totally anew?
Oh, I'd love to, but I mean, you can't, so I don't wish for it. I just think that that's why I have to kind of make these next 4 records to kind of like, not to erase it, but to clarify it. So.
But do you think you feel more certain now than ever writing the music?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, what do you think maybe if you, not to bring it into discredit, if you would listen to the Key album now in 5 years' time, what would your feeling if maybe a bit of...
It's a bit premature at this point. I mean, the only thing I could say is like currently I really enjoy it, but I also think it's still pretty heavy, and in fact I'm kind of getting to the point where I enjoy the quieter parts more than the heavy parts. So maybe in the future I'll be able to look back at Key and say it was where I wanted to go, but it was still afraid a little bit, and so, you know, who knows, right? Like, who knows?
Will Key maybe most resemble the project that will come after this?
I don't think so. I think the 4th album of this quartet will resemble the future music the most.
I saw just 3 titles on the... Is there already a title for the 4th one? Or?
I have no title for the 4th one. I have titles for the 2nd and 3rd, but not for the 4th.
Why?
Because it's nebulous at this point. You know, it's like there's no... I haven't really written anything for that record, you know. I have such a... I purged so much for these 3 records that the 4th record I'm kind of leaving it for myself as like a dessert, right? In fact, the only working title I have for it is Desert, right? And I have the image of like sand, but what it ends up being, I mean, all I can hope for is that it's beautiful, and, you know, I'll leave it at that conceptually right now.
Okay, so nothing yet until the first 3 are finished, and then 4th will total freedom for you.
That's right.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.